What's up, everybody? How we doing? For those of you who pay attention to GGH, Global Ghost Hunt, yeah, I'm back. We just finished up a GGH live, and that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But tonight I am joined by, honestly, somebody I've been waiting a while to get in front of this camera and to hang out with, for multiple reasons. One, she's got an awesome show. Her and her significant other JD do an amazing job. They have an amazing show. They have a lot of fun. They're great people, but they're also from PA. Literally like a half hour, 45 minutes from my studio. I'm like, oh, yay. And that is none other than Glenda Dawson. Glenda, welcome.
Thank you, Matt. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Day off from work, which is always a good thing. But and I don't know where your loyalties lie, if at all, but first day at Penn State, I am ecstatic, as you can see. I have got my Penn State hoodie, just picked this up. Great deal. I got a great deal on it. I got a Penn State shirt underneath, and I got a brand new hat. I got my brand new Penn State hat on. Got my tattoo. I've got everything ready to go. Church will be starting at 7:00.
And you can't miss church.
Oh no. Actually, oddly enough, in over 20 years, I have not missed a game. I've not missed, whether listening, watching, or being there. I haven't missed one game. And
That's
that is something.
Fan.
There's a reason why it's tattooed on me. But everybody talks about in Texas, they take football very seriously. Mm-hmm. We do here in PA. Mm-hmm. We do. And whether you're a Philly fan or a Steeler fan, everybody loves Penn State. That's Penn State. You got to love Penn State.
Right.
You have to. Happy Valley for a reason. So let's start off first. What about you, Glenda? Do you watch football at all?
I watch football. I'm not as devoted as you are, but I have to. I'm going to get a lot of boos, but I am okay. Penn State.
Okay,
that's good. That's for college, all right. Mm-hmm. But little higher up, I'm a Giants fan.
Yeah, I can accept that. I can accept the Giants. I can accept them. Thank God he didn't say Eagles. I know I get flack for it, but you got bird crap all over your shirt. We use a terrible towel to wipe it up. You know what I mean? But at least it's not Baltimore or Cleveland.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cowgirls. Jonathan Myers. Cowgirls. But you know what? It's fun. It's fun. Like people think like politics and religion. Like, by the way, folks, Glenda actually has her own show. Go ahead and discuss that real quick, Glenda.
It's Glenda's Dragon's Den. It's on every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we just talk about anything and everything except for politics.
And I'm glad you said that, because everybody thinks, so me too, Jay. Wow, I'm a Fedora fan. But people think politics, like, and religion and stuff like that, are really bad to talk about on these podcasts.
Right.
Here's the thing for me: sports. Mm-hmm. Sports teams. That'll get somebody fired up.
Yes.
That's worse than any politics.
Right.
Politics is easy. Countries go on the shit. And there we go.
There you go.
For you. Thumbs up. Religion, believe whatever the hell you want to believe.
Exactly.
That's, whatever. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. But if you say you're a Baltimore fan, you're no longer welcome on this show.
We got thousands of people leaving now.
And don't need that type of negativity anyway.
There you go.
Well, it's funny. It's funny. I'm obviously a diehard Penn State fan. If you can't figure it out, I have been since I've been born. My father is alum, and I remember even going to homecoming games when I was the size of a football. Like, that's how long been a Penn State fan. I married into Michigan and Michigan State.
Oh.
Yeah. When I first moved in, obviously all this came along with me.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say I have a collection of Penn State apparel.
Okay.
And the first time I wore my jersey, it was actually a Trace McSorley jersey. Her dad looked at me and goes, "You don't wear that shit in here." I was like, "Better than the crap you wear," and walked right out. See, sports will get you here in America. Sports
Oh yeah, definitely.
But anyway, so we're not just here to talk about sports. We're here to talk about whatever the hell we want because that's the show. And welcome. So first of all, Glenda, again, it's been a while since I've been wanting to get you here and chat with you. I know JD is watching your guys' granddaughter, and we will get him on too because for those of you who don't know,
by the way,
because I'll tell you what,
you keep doing that.
I'll tell you what. We had a lot of fun. We recorded a video, an episode for Glenda, and we had a blast. I think we could have gone on for hours.
Oh, definitely.
And you two are just so much fun to just sit down and chat. To chat with. So first of all, tell them a little bit about yourself, Glenda, for those who don't know who you are.
Okay, well, I am basically a Reiki Grandmaster. Not just a master. I am in the main modality, Osui. I'm 25th level, so I'm a Grandmaster. And most people go up to 3rd level, but I decided I just keep going, and I kept hearing my guide saying, "You need more." What do you mean I need more? And you need more. And like, so now I am really, really owning up to that Grandmaster title because now I have been attuned and can teach over 70 different types of Reiki. Now, for those that don't know what Reiki is, it's basically energy. Energy that's all around us. And I get attuned to the frequency, like the old radios with the little tuner thing. Well, I get attuned to that frequency for that level, for that type of Reiki. And then I'm able to harness that and send it out and set the intention that the person receives it. If the person accepts it, then they get whatever healing they need. Because, sometimes we think, okay, person has addiction.
Yeah.
And, I could help them with that to the point where if they accept it, they turn their life around. Because it isn't just Reiki now, mind you. Addiction and like most illnesses or most conditions, it isn't just one thing. It's been caused by other things.
Yeah.
So we work on everything, and we work through sessions, and I know of at least, I can speak about at least 2 people that have gone from drugs and alcohol to nothing. They're over 10 years. The least amount is 10 years completely free. So
big hearts to them and to yourself for helping them. That's awesome. So before we get into some other things, there's a question that gets asked to me a lot because I practice like chi energy and a little bit of Reiki myself. Not then like I don't, do what you do, but I do think it's very important for myself. So meditation, the crystals, all that stuff as well. But one question I always get asked, especially with new people in the field, is first of all, how do you prove that this energy is there? And well, you know what? We'll start with that. How do you prove that energy is there?
Well, I don't prove it. The person proves it, because what they do is they tell me they're feeling warmth, or they're feeling vibrations, or they're feeling the energy surge. They've gone to their doctors, and all of a sudden they're 100 times better.
Yeah.
So I don't have to prove it.
Fair play.
Plain and see.
Fair play.
Yeah.
It's funny, and I'm sure you've seen this, but
Mhm.
when I was doing my studies into the meditation and into energy work, I just call it energy work.
Yeah,
Nothing to bash
energy.
anybody. It's just
No,
energy work is what I call it.
perfect.
Um, what I say is the first thing I was taught is you put your hands like this
Hmm.
and you just focus on your fingertips, and then eventually you'll start feeling those vibrations and that
Hmm.
warmth even from a greater distance. And the more you focus and the more you practice, the further out you can go to start feeling that.
Hmm.
And that's what I tell people. I say, just give it a shot. And I
Yeah,
said, if anything, just go back and forth and
and you
try it.
actually feel it, the
Hmm.
waves like two magnets.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. It's actually it's a great comparison because it is. It's just like micro net magnets, just little ones,
Right.
not like, those
Mhm.
big fishing magnets where you just,
Right.
you're fuck. But it's not it's just very like refrigerator magnet.
Right.
A little bit of
Exactly.
pressure, but no, that's really cool. Um so the other question I get is it one of those things to where like hypnosis to where if somebody believes it'll work, it will work. And if there's a non-believer in
Hmm.
Reiki, and they just say, let's go, I just want to do it. Let's say me, I
Okay.
smoke cigarettes.
Hmm.
My wife wants me to quit, the Wicked Queen, which she does, by the way. She does want me to quit. I want to quit, but let's say I did.
Hmm.
We come to you.
Hmm.
She tells you, make him stop smoking cigarettes. Make him
Well,
stop being gay.
usually I would ask, do you want to use a 2x4? Do you want me to use the shovel? What?
She has all that herself. If anybody's watched the show more than once, the Wicked Queen, she's got a plethora
Uh,
of things to hit me with.
okay.
She wants to go the legal route, though.
Oh, okay. Wow, the legal route. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Um, well, yes. As long as the person wants to do it, they can do it.
Hmm.
Because, say, for example, if I use Reiki and somewhat hypnosis,
Okay.
okay, which hypnosis is a meditation. If people
Hmm.
don't really realize that, and
Hmm.
they give it, oh my God, they're going to make me quack like a duck or anything like that. No, you can't do that. You can't make anybody do something that they don't want to do. So if somebody's doing that, they wanted to do that, and they're using that as an excuse. Uh, but what I tell the person is, if they want to, it will happen. And then,
Okay.
a couple of sessions, and basically it's just allowing your will to come out and take and manage the situation instead of me telling you you got to stop, because you're not going to stop if anybody tells you you got to stop.
Yeah.
You really want to have to do
Yeah.
it. And I have a close friend who stopped for about 5 years. He
Wow.
went back to smoking, but he stopped for about 5 years. um, Life throws a lot of curves at you sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, if I had as many curveballs in life as I did in baseball when I played than I did in life, I could hit a curveball any day of the week. Um, it just looked normal to me. But, I'll tell you, we were kind of discussing this backstage a little bit. One of the big things, and I know Nando from Portal to the Paranormal,
Mhm.
him and Rob have been talking about it for a while now, and I know I've done a couple of shows on this, and that's mental health.
Mhm.
Um, Mental health is both for the paranormal; it's for everybody, whether you're
Right.
paranormal or not.
Right.
Mental health, as we all know, is very, very serious. Number one, and affects
Mhm.
everybody.
Mhm.
Um, but what a lot of people don't realize, and I know Glenda, you do, and we kind of spoke about this, is not just taking care of your mental energy, but your energy itself,
Yes.
your chi energy, if you will, to put it
Mhm.
in layman's terms, or
Mhm.
your Reiki,
Right.
your energy. Why is that so important?
Well, because mental health, when a person has mental health issues, it isn't just the mental. it affects the physical, it affects the energy, your aura, it affects your spiritual, it affects your emotional, it affects everything.
Hmm.
It, you know, you a person say with an autoimmune system disease like lupus or fibromyalgia or anything like that, it
Yeah.
isn't always just the physical. It affects everything else. So it's a whole package, and that's why you have the same mind, body, and spirit, or whatever. It's everything. It's a whole package that affects everything else.
Okay.
So, if a person takes their pills and does their therapy and all that other stuff, but isn't really staying away from the triggers, isn't really doing any meditation, isn't really doing self care, isn't really doing um, anything else except go get their medication and go get therapy, they're not really going to manage their illnesses
Very
or
true.
or conditions, because there's going to be all these other triggers that are going to be affecting them. If the triggers are because somebody calls you fat and you don't learn and don't love yourself, no matter how you look on the outside or how people tell you you look on the outside, love yourself for who yourself is, then once you learn that, you won't be triggered if somebody calls you fat.
Yep.
Or somebody calls you ugly, or somebody calls you short or tall, whatever. And so when I do sessions, it isn't just Reiki. It's
Yeah.
a combination of things because it's a whole package, really. Humans are not just, brain or just heart or just spirit or just, body. It's a whole package.
Well, I will definitely attest to the brain part. Some of the I deal with the public, I'll just put it that way, and giving them one brain cell is more than enough for what they need to do. It's like, how do you survive? Like, I see people every day. I'm like, it scares me that they're driving on the road. It's like, no, somebody should take your license. No, no, go away. You're dangerous. But no, and
The Jersey girl comes out at me when I drive and somebody's doing something.
People say Jersey, like PA is known for potholes, of course.
Mhm.
But we have a little saying around here that they're freaking Jersey driver, and as a negative response. You
Yeah.
know what though? Some of our own, it's like, mm,
Yeah, when I can't see headlights in the car right in back of me, you know,
well, I
like,
had a guy today.
come on.
I was going just about 60 and a 55 today,
Right.
which around here is basically smaller roads. So Route
Right.
11, Route 11.
Okay.
I was on Route
All right.
11,
Mhm.
and just going 55, between 55 and 60. I was definitely over the speed limit a little bit. And by the way, folks, I don't condone speeding, but
No.
here in PA, we have like a 5 mile an hour grace. If the
Yeah, it's
cop wants to
usually
be, if the cop wants to be a prick, he'll be a prick. But at that point,
it doesn't make any difference if you're 1 mile over.
yeah. But anyway, I had this guy just right up on me and doing the whole back and forth, and finally got to a passing, and he was going at least 90.
Wow.
He passed me like I was sitting still.
Wow.
Yeah, and PA plates. But what was funny was I caught up to him to the next light. I mean, we
Did
had
you
our
wave?
windows.
Because
No,
I
we had
do.
our windows down. We had our windows down, and me being the smart ass I am, I just looked over and I went, "You got pretty far, huh?"
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like wherever you drive around here, especially in PA, the last weekend of the summer, no matter where you
Holiday.
drive,
Mm-hmm.
holiday, you
Mm-hmm.
can't get around fast. You just have to go with the flow and learn to say, okay, I maybe it was my fault. I could have left 10 minutes earlier.
Yep. And see, like I live literally 2 minutes from my job.
Hmm.
Literally 2 minutes. It's a quick little drive.
Right.
I leave 45 minutes before I'm supposed to be there. because I know how traffic can be. It may be a 45-minute drive. You get Geisinger traffic,
Oh,
forget it. You ain't
Oh.
going anywhere.
mm,
You ain't going anywhere. Anyway, but no. So starting off with going back to this mental health thing. So
Yes.
mental health is obviously extremely important, and so is taking care of your energy. We'll just call it energy health.
Right.
So we'll start with that. So where do people begin with? If people want to start, I don't want to say fixing themselves, but if they want to start making progress to a better them, what would be a good spot for them to start?
Well, I always tell people start first with meditation. I don't care what kind of meditation. People think that you have to sit there and that doesn't work for me. I literally put Pitbull.
Okay.
I put the radio on to Pitbull, close my eyes, and I could just get rid of all my thoughts. And that's all I need to do is just to center myself in whatever way. Some people love to run. So you could find yourself in a meditative state if you run. If you drive, I mean, let's face it, sometimes you're driving and it's a beautiful country road and you're just looking at everything and you're paying attention to the road, but you're enjoying that drive.
Yeah.
Some people, cook and they get it. The idea is to give yourself a little time, 5, 10, 15 minutes a day, just to go back to basics, just to restart.
Okay.
And try to learn to let go of whatever happened before that is tagging on. So
Yeah, and I agree with Raymond. I
Yeah.
do the same thing. Like driving to me, for me personally, it's multiple things depending on my intent.
Right.
If I'm looking to, like the other day, I had a real bad day at work. I got burned pretty good.
Ugh.
I was dealing with a bunch of people.
Yes, people.
Put it nicely.
People.
Put it nicely. It's NC-17, but
put it nicely.
I would get canceled for what I have to call them. But anyway, but I had a real bad day with them. It was just a huge mess day. It was a bad day, terrible day, and I was triggered. And Wicked Queen knew it. I got home. I was here, right in studio.
Right.
I just came down to my studio. Yeah, was I tired? Absolutely. Should I have went to bed? Probably. But I know that I'm not going to get a good night's sleep because I'm still going to sit there and still go over everything that had me triggered. I needed an outlet. So I came down, started working on some videos.
There you go.
Started working on some merchandise. If I'm going to recenter, one thing that I find is I like solitude. Believe it or not, people, it does happen that the consultant likes to be by himself. It's a thing.
And the Gemini likes to be by herself also. It's like, oh, too much people today.
I may be a Leo, but I like to go away. I like to hide in the shadows. I'll go to a cemetery.
Yeah.
Neutral ground.
Yeah.
Neutral ground, clean ground, and I'll just sit there. Just sit right in the grass. I'll sit wherever, and I'll just close my eyes, and I'll just listen to the wind. I'll do this, do that. Sometimes I'll drive. There's different things depending on the intent.
Exactly.
And it works. It works for me, and what Glenda does works for her, and that's the thing. Find what works for you. Raymond likes to drive. He doesn't like the gas prices.
You're right. I love driving too, though. To me, when I go somewhere, except for Vegas, that's the only one I actually got in an airplane to. But everywhere else, even Florida, I just drive.
The Wicked Queen and I are driving to New Orleans for our honeymoon.
Good.
Yeah, and guess what? I figured out a trick. By the way, folks, if you want to drive long distances, but you don't want to put the miles on your car, rent a car in your area. Somewhere that offers unlimited mileage, because you can test that. Exactly what I did. Hey, $350 for the week, and I'm getting a full-size truck. Yes, please.
Oh, wow. That is terrific. And unlimited miles.
In Bloom. In Bloomsburg. That's where it's at. So,
You
little
can't
town.
beat that.
Oh no, for a full size truck. Full size truck, all the bells and whistles, and it's got 24-hour roadside assistance. It's got all the everything.
You can't be that.
No, no, not at all. And I'm like, because I was going to rent an RV, and we have Susquehanna RV. I was going to go down and talk to them, see, do they do rentals? And I started thinking about it. And I'm like, why don't I try a truck? Because we put everything, all the luggage in the back and all that stuff, tie it down, and if we get tired, just go lay in the back. You have a whole back seat to stretch out in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a 19.5-hour drive, folks, and the Wicked Queen is going to be stuck with me the entire way. So, but no, it's all about yourself. It's all about self. And one thing I've always told people is you can't take care of others until you take care of yourself first.
Very true.
A good way to think about it is I have a daughter. Well, we have a daughter. I have my wife. I have my job. I have the shows. If I don't take care of me, I can't take care of my other responsibilities. It's just that simple. Sometimes it's good to be greedy. So
it's called self-love, honey. Self-love.
There you go. There you go. Some people have a lot more than others.
yes, but
but no, you're absolutely right. You have to love yourself. And you said about who cares what anybody says, I look at it this way. Somebody doesn't like me, join the list. They probably have a club somewhere. Go have fun. I don't care. You don't like my show? There's plenty of others. Have fun with it.
Exactly. That's what I keep saying to people. You don't like something that I post? Keep going. Move on.
Right? Yep. There doesn't need to be the drama. There doesn't need to be the oh well. So what? So what? Be constructive. Constructive criticism.
Exactly.
So now with your Reiki and with everything you do, I've noticed you have a beautiful necklace with a beautiful stone on it. How important is it for you, or do you use stones or crystals or gems, whatever you want to call it?
Yes, I do use crystals. I use gems. Actually, I used to make my own jewelry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's very important to me because I feel that it intensifies the energy. It adds to the energy. And also, if, say, for example, this, if I, it's a heart. Look at that. If I give Reiki to the crystal, the person I give it to will feel that energy. So to me, it's just a matter of what type of crystal, what you want to use it for. Some, like for this, blues are usually calming, settling down. The energies have been extremely intense lately because I think there's only 2 planets that are not in retrograde. And we had the blue full moon and, all that stuff. So sometimes you just need to set the intention and with a crystal or something. And besides, it looks good.
It does look good, actually. Is that a lapis or?
Yes.
I thought so. Yes. I don't know why. Lapis. I love lapis. Blue. Yeah. I think it's the Penn State in me, but I just love blue. But no, and one thing I do, and I've said to others as a suggestion, is go to a place that offers these crystals and the gems, and just look and see which stone calls out to you. That's they make these calming stones, and God bless them. That's what they want to make. Cool. But each stone's not going to work for everybody. It's not a universal tool. You have to find one that's yours. Case in point, blue calcite for me. You might as well give me some kind of illegal substance because it's like I put caffeine into my veins. My energy frequency just goes through the freaking roof.
Right.
And but
not every stone is for everybody. And we're not the same. We're all different. So.
Oh, absolutely. Now, one of the things that people typically ask if they're starting out in this field is
Mhm.
protection,
Right.
which is good. They want to
Mhm.
protect themselves in this field. So, what would you suggest as far as crystals? What was
And
your best?
to me, if you're going to be a newbie and you're going to start and all that, any black crystal,
Okay.
because if there is something negative, the crystal will absorb the negativity around you and will protect you. Any clear quartz, that too. So, but like I said, those are the two main ones that anybody could get a hold of, and you could go anywhere, get it, pick it up, order in Amazon, for goodness sakes, anywhere. But I would just, make sure that it's a true seller, not just somebody who buys in bulk and you don't know what they are.
Yeah. Know what they're talking about.
Exactly. But like I said, it's just simple. You don't have to go gun ho expensive and everything. It's setting the intention, because once you have that crystal with you, it kind of sets a little force field around you. So
Yeah, and I actually love clear quartz. Clear quartz to me is kind of a universal.
yes.
It's a multi-tool.
Mhm.
It's a multi-tool. Put positive energy in, then you have it for a while. You put negative energy in, well, then get rid of it. But
Right.
there's really no easy way to say that. It's
Right.
like if you trap something negative, you don't want to release it. It's kind of like, catching raccoons or, groundhogs or any of the other pests. You catch them and it's like, oh, you're cute. Let's let you go again. See if we can
Yeah.
get you. Same
Yeah.
time next week. It doesn't
Right.
make sense.
Right.
Actually, there's I don't know if you know her, but there's a young lady. Her name's Sherry. She's got a metaphysical store in Sunbury. I go to her a lot.
Mhm.
She's a lot of fun. So we're gonna take our quick commercial break already.
Sure.
It's been a half hour already. But when we come back, Glenda, we're gonna talk about your show.
Sure.
And some favorite moments, some fun times, and whatever else we come up with, because you guys know the show. But we'll be back in a little bit after we watch their two commercials from, of course, Global Ghost Hunt and everybody's favorite, the banjo. We're getting our banjo fixed today, Beer Fest. So we'll be right back. That banjo gets me every time, just sitting here just bouncing. Talk about meditation. I can listen to that banjo all the time. So anyway, before we get back to Glenda and her show, I got to give my shout outs as always, guys. You know how it goes. Obviously, I want to thank Brian John Laverty over there at Parapost, parapost.net, Parapost Network Central over on Facebook, Parapost International. If you guys haven't heard of Parapost, welcome to the show. Seriously, welcome to the show because, I mean, number one, right behind me. And two, talk about it all the time. Why? Because it's a paranormal Facebook, zero drama. And my favorite part, it's free. Just go to parapost.net, sign up. You can download on your Android, iOS. It does not matter. Download it for free. Start networking today. You can meet some amazing people, see some new locations, new equipment, a bunch of different things. Also, Paralinks. I know, Glenda, you know Paralinks. Howard, Chrissy, all of them, amazing individuals. Absolutely amazing. And of course, it wouldn't have been without Big Papa Pun, Mr. Stephen Woodard, and Crystal and Courtney, and the list goes on. They're all amazing people over there. You can catch this show and many other great shows like Glenda's and other great shows over on Paralinks, Parapost Network Central. Find them anywhere. Check them out, guys. You will not regret it. Obviously, you saw Fear Fest as the last video. Paranormal Mardi Gras. Glenda, what does that bring to mind to you? A paranormal Mardi Gras. Shit's gonna get real.
Oh boy.
You got the master of ceremonies, also the master of disaster, my brother Scott Wilson, Scotty Too Hottie, as the master of ceremonies.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, and a guest speaker. So Howard will be there on top of that. He's got a lot of amazing guests. Paranormal Static will be there. I know Mr. Brian John Laverty will be there as well. A lot of amazing people will be there. All going to charity. It's going to be fun. It is going to be a blast. Guys, go get your tickets quickly because it's coming up very quickly. Next month it's coming up. The end of the month.
The end of the month, I was going to say.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's already September.
It is. Holy shit. Speaking of coming up, Global Ghost Time. That'll be coming up as well. That's going to be on the 19th to the 29th. If you guys are interested, there's still time to sign up. You have until the end of September to sign up. If you have a team, no location, sign up. We will try to help you as best as we can. You can go to a cemetery. You can go wherever you want. Just go. Promote yourself. Celebrate. If you're a location, you just don't have a team, sign up anyway, because we will still help you and we will still promote you. The Global Ghost Night is a celebration of teams and locations from all around the world. And even though I'm an admin, I'm the consultant for the Global Ghost Hunt. I'm telling you right now, guys, it is so much fun. It's a pain, a lot of the stuff behind the scenes, but it is so worth it to be a part of it, guys. So please go check out both events, both networks. Go check them out. You will not regret it. So, Glenda, before we move on to your podcast, there is one debate amongst a lot of the metaphysical realm that I want to ask your opinion on.
Okay.
My wife and I differ on some, but for the most part we agree with. But there are some out there who are completely against, and that is polished or raw as far as the stones are concerned and the gems and crystals. Which one is the one that works better?
Raw.
Thank you. And she's a professional, folks, so it drives me nuts. I hate
Polish
it.
is beautiful, but raw is raw energy.
Thank you. Anything like here, I was actually holding this earlier. We have this piece right here.
Oh,
We actually found this.
nice.
We actually found it, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's some geodes actually inside.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's funny is we start putting energy into it. This will actually start to fog up, and there's a little rip in the back here.
Ooh,
That'll go completely black.
nice.
It will literally fill up with, it'll look like smoke, but it'll fill up with that energy. And when you clean it, it goes right back to how it is. It's raw. We found it. To me personally, if I want something tumbled, I want to have it tumbled in the freaking river or creek. tumble. Dig it out. It's like my steak. Just dig it out. Give it to me. I'm happy. Just don't mess with it. And once you start tumbling it, you're screwing with it. Yeah. Mm-mm.
But it is true. You do want something pretty or something polished every once in a while.
Of course. It's if again intent. If you want something shiny, like oh here we go. The Wicked Queen has this. This was given to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I think green selenite. It's a Hello Kitty. I don't know if you guys can see the outline.
See that? Yeah.
Now, some of you may be thinking the Wicked Queen has a Hello Kitty. First of all, it was gifted to her, so don't pick on her too much. But it's actually green selenite.
Yeah.
It's made out of green selenite. It is tumbled. It is obviously like if it came out like this, I'd have some questions. But no, and she has it here, which is fine. It's pretty. It looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm going out on an investigation, I'm not taking Hello Kitty with me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna hang Hello Kitty from my neck and say protect me. That ain't happening.
The ghost will never bother you because they'll be laughing.
Actually, that might be an idea.
They'll be laughing.
That'd be a hell of an idea. You know what? I might.
Wait, Hello Kitty? Yes.
I won't take it to the USS North Carolina. I know Jonathan Myers. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
The Navy guys, they will bash me for it. But if I might go to Penhurst with Hello Kitty, I want to try to put Hello Kitty on the loan. There was an idea. Somebody needs to warn Glenda on how bad it is to give the consultant ideas. But
no, I just dropped the little seed and let you handle it from there.
That can turn out bad too. Raymond, if you're still in the room, he'll tell you. Good or bad things can happen if I get an idea. Yeah, kind of. Vicky
Yeah.
from Abyss Paranormal was talking about the stone. Yeah, it is kind of like a mood ring. It really is. And that one's not the only one that can do that, by the way. A lot of quartzes, like clear quartzes, rose quartzes, stuff like that, they can do it. Now, what's your thought on tangent, kind of. As far as quartz is concerned, I've always been taught the more clear it is, as far as the interior with the less cracks and stuff, it's stronger, it's better. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't really have an opinion. I just know I like it when I see like an angel or a fairy crack inside. So that's what calls to me. But there's no, in my book, there's no, I don't believe so. Because I even had quartz where I would walk into investigation and it would break by the time I come out.
Yep.
And I would say, oh, I got 2 of them now. So, you know.
Depending on where I'm at, that's kind of how I am.
Right.
Like if I have something like onyx or so, you know what I mean, something heavy duty, and that breaks, I'm burying.
Yeah, no, I'm burying
I'm getting rid of it. Yeah, that's going away.
Usually, I find a cemetery to bury it, and let that energy.
See, to me, I actually take them to running bodies of water. And I let it just kind of clean itself. Just stick it in the sand or gravel. It's like, bye bye. Let you do your thing. You leave me alone.
Yeah. Let Earth recycle it.
See, I'm green. Actually, we actually go. I don't know if she has them here. I don't know where the hell they went, but we have these little tackle boxes. And for those of you who don't know what a tackle box is, it's a fishing box that has a bunch of little sections. We have 2 trays that are just filled with stuff that she calls it her shiny box. She's got these shiny boxes that have all these crystals and gems and minerals that we found actually in Warren, Pennsylvania, when we were going to visit Scott Morton, Mr. Fedora. But you know what? It's you just walk down to the creek and same principle. Whatever calls out to you, pick it up. Exactly. You never know what it could be. You might find gold.
There you
go. There's gold in PA. So all right, so moving on, we'll talk about your show. You already said the name of it and everything. What is the main premise of your show then?
The main premise of this show is to bring people into awareness, so the audience can see different points of view, different ways of doing things, different modalities. It's anywhere, like I used to say, it's anywhere from Reiki to energy healing to paranormal investigations and all the way to dragons. Whatever comes up. And the reason I did that is because I wanted people to really open up and see that there isn't just one way of doing things. There isn't just one way of thinking. That we could all be correct and yet be separate and together. And to hopefully get people to awake, let them open their minds and their hearts.
Well, Ward is saying that he thinks he has a lithium quartz from an old collection.
Cool. Nice.
Cool. And some of them actually, a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of these stones and crystals can be worth some pretty good money too.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you start? Everyone talks about, and we said about this backstage. Everyone has the usual questions.
Right.
What made you want to start your podcast? This is always one that I like to ask.
The reason I started the podcast is because I felt the need to get out there and just show people that, oh yes, okay, I could grow up Christian. I could grow up Northern Baptist, but I can still have beliefs that are other than what the norm is. And I can still see dragons, and I can still see fairies, and I can still do this and do that. And it's not just, I'm a woman, and, dear Lord, women podcasters back then, when I first started, it was 2018, 2019. And wow. I took a break. And then I came back 2018. Then I took a break and then I came back. But probably even earlier. I didn't even remember. But we did it for about a year. And then we took a break. And then we started it back up. But I just wanted to show people that it doesn't have to be so strict. It doesn't have to be the same scripted questions. It doesn't have to be the same thing all the time. It's kind of like you. It just goes where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny you say that because you talk about your religion a little bit. You grew up Christian. So did I. Mm-hmm. I grew up, and the area just as well as I do. It's very Christian based here. Mm-hmm. Paranormal is very taboo still. Mm-hmm. I'm actually an ordained minister from Universal Life Church.
Yeah,
I've done a lot of studying, a lot of different things before I did this. I knew that it was a responsibility and it was something I had to follow through with. Right. But I study Wicca.
Yeah,
I study pagan. I study Taoism. I study them all.
And there's something about each one of them that just brings all of it together, really.
Well,
for me, it does.
Funny you should say that. Mm-hmm. Because, and I mean, we could even do a part 2 with this one. I believe, and again, folks, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I believe that all the religions are exactly the same.
Yes.
I think we're talking about the same religion when we talk about any of them. Mm-hmm. The reason for that, Tower of Babel. Go in speaking one language, come out speaking thousands.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I don't. I barely speak English. I speak a little Spanish, and I don't know all of them. I don't know all of them, let alone the dead languages on top of all of that.
Right.
So if that was the case, I think all the religions are literally exactly the same. It's the same thing.
Right. We all came from love. Go back to love. Done.
Could you imagine? My theory runs even deeper. Like, let's look at. We'll do a huge extreme here. We'll look at Buddha, mm-hmm. Odin, mm-hmm. Zeus, mm-hmm. and Yahweh. Mm-hmm. They're all the same people. Same person.
Same.
Could you imagine?
Same energy.
Could you imagine if we dive into that, we prove that theory that it is all true. How many are like, oh, oops, thousands of years of holy wars? Sorry.
Oh, mm, ah,
Anyway,
yeah.
that could be for another show.
That's
Because
a subject all by itself.
oh, and there's even it even goes as deep as, let's say, the Garden of Eden. The
Mm-hmm.
Garden of Eden wasn't here.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't. And because I look at near death experiences, a lot of
Right.
people with these NDEs, they all say the same thing. They say either, well, one or two things. They say either something really bright and pretty or dark and just, whatever. But
Right.
they all come back to all the positive ones. They all say about this beautiful, luscious garden.
Mm-hmm. With a
What
lot
was
of
Eden?
love. Exactly.
So
I've had my few, so I know.
yeah, but
And
there's another good friend and brother of mine, AJ Capasso from
mhm.
Coventry Circle Paranormal. He even said on one of my shows, he said, "Yeah, I saw these colors that I just can't imagine. I was hearing this voice that wasn't scary. It was comforting. I was seeing things and experiencing these things that I can't describe. I can't tell you it because
Yeah.
it's hard to describe. Hello, that to me describes Eden.
Mm-hmm.
So just saying, folks, just saying. So another question I like to ask my co-hosts, because you aren't a guest, you're a co-host tonight, is so what has been, and we kind of spoke about backstage, not your funniest experience in the field as a podcaster, because we all know as hosts, you get a couple of shows that you're just like, did he just fucking say that? Or, you know, so what has been some of yours?
Well, uh, this is one that I'm actually thankful that I pre-recorded. Uh,
Mine, right? No.
no, no. There are some that I have to pre-record because of the schedule. It
course.
gets a little, hairy. But you know how I say no politics? Well, this person went 20 minutes into the who, why, when, where, and I'm like, okay, so I gotta edit this section. And I'm like, I had just finished going with them. No politics. I don't care. I really don't care who you vote for because I'm one of those believers that there's a lot of more in higher levels than it is what we see, and it doesn't really.
Not to dive into it, but when they
Yeah,
call the election results before all the polls are closed,
right.
red flag.
Exactly. So I'm just like whatever. So that one, and then also I had this one because LD couldn't be there that time, and I had this one person who said that he was Jesus reincarnated, and yeah, yeah,
That was a big claim. See,
yeah,
my smart ass
yes.
would have been like, "Let me see your wrist."
I would have
I
been. Do you see nails?
I don't see you. Where are you at? Yeah.
No, but yeah. So I was like, okay.
Now, see, here's the thing. As far
Mhm,
as Jesus Christ Himself,
mhm.
highly doubt that. Highly doubt
Right.
that. Only because all the books, and I mean all the
All the
books,
books.
say that when he comes back, or when Yahweh, whoever you want to
Yeah,
say
those.
comes, the whole world will know at
Right.
one time.
Exactly.
And usually by that time it'd be too late for a lot of people, but sucks to
Well,
be them.
and people think it's this, that, or the other. What if it's one of those aliens that people call aliens?
Yeah, it very well could be. I
Yeah,
mean, we see the show Ancient Aliens, and I know it's a show,
Right.
folks,
Right.
but there is some credibility to what they're saying. I
There's
mean,
some truth in what they're showing you.
yeah. So who knows? And I
Right.
mean, heck, how do you explain some of these individuals? And I know, Glenda, you know as well. There are some individuals that have a lot more energy and a lot more control
Mm-hmm.
over their energy and have a
Mm-hmm.
lot more surplus.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me they're just taking it out from the earth.
No.
You're talking vibrations that go beyond human abilities, superhuman, if you will.
Right.
I'm not saying, so we got Superman running around, but when I see a monk sit in positions and do things, and I'm not saying, these Shaolin monks, breaking stuff and getting kicked in the
Right.
nuts.
Right.
Not that. What I'm saying is, I've seen unedited raw video of these monks that their energy vibrations were so intense they would light fires with nothing.
Or they're floating.
Yeah,
They're up above, and you're like, you're
yeah.
looking in. So yeah.
So the possibility is there, and we've
Mhm.
said this before. Anything in the paranormal is possible.
Exactly.
Anything, and it's not saying just ghosts and spirits and
Mhm.
that stuff. Paranormal, by definition, is anything outside of normality.
Right.
ET walking. I use this analogy a lot because I think it's funny as fuck. Walking down the street and ET walks up to you and asks you for a light. Doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. That's paranormal.
Right.
You're standing in line, you turn around, and Bigfoot's behind you. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's not Halloween. You're at a furry convention, and by the way, I'm not taking a shot at furries because I am one. So, but I'm just saying things that are not normal.
Right.
Is
Exactly.
paranormal.
Normal.
Break it down, people.
Exactly.
But I mean, the realm of possibilities is endless. I mean, we could even say go as far as going to the aliens.
Mhm.
That's religion.
Mhm.
Religions are based off of aliens.
They-
Could you imagine the Vatican's look?
Oh. Well, I do have someone who has been able to go into the Vatican because they were a nun. She
Nice.
has long time. A few years ago, she passed away. But before she died, she did tell me that she saw a Bible with UFOs, pictures, and all that other stuff. So,
Well, I mean, and by the way, Ward, I do see your question. We are going to get to that here in a second because that is a really good question, and it actually ties into something that I wanted to discuss with Glenda here. So I'm not ignoring that question. That is a really good one. But no, to me, you look back on like the alien, or the ancient aliens, and the Egyptians, or
right.
the Mayans, the Aztecs. They all talk about these chariots.
Mm-hmm.
Or these craft or carts or whatever from the sky.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So unless they got a big ass fucking catapult, I don't foresee what else are they talking about. I mean,
Exactly.
there's hieroglyphs of individuals. I'm not saying humans, but individuals with space helmets on.
Exactly.
There was one that looked like a laptop. Could have been a laptop. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But come on, the difference between. I mean, I know when I was growing up, if I saw something that looked like a laptop, I would have been like, the hell is this? What kind of book is this? You know what I
Right.
mean? But you're talking thousands of years beyond. They knew what a freaking laptop was?
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit. And it would explain a lot of these past life regressions.
Exactly.
There was a kid from Russia, I think it was, claimed to live on Mars or something like that, and was giving detailed schematics of civilizations. It's like the kid's fucking 12.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 37 and I can't even draw. This kid is doing this? Seriously. Like anyway, so going back to your show. Going back to your show.
Well, we are basically talking about my show.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, here we go. So we're saying and if Jesus returns, it'll be normal human being, or he or she will probably not even know that I'm assuming Messiah, and each one truth was, that's a theory too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you, Glenda, have seen this show. It's actually a really good show. It's called Good Omen. Amazon has it. They have a lot of TikToks on it. But it's a really good show, and I love these spin-offs of religion and in these shows, just because it's possible. But
we don't know. I
I
mean,
mean,
for goodness sakes, the Bible has been translated so many times for the
mhm.
convenience of the person or the government that's translating it at that moment.
Which here again we can do it in a part two. But
Yeah. So,
men, all I have to say is people were created to be egotistical. Whether you like it or not, folks, it is what it is.
yeah.
There's pieces of the Bible, books of the Bible that we don't have,
Right.
that are being hidden from us. One apparently from Jesus himself. Though kind of a thing I probably want in my Bible. I want to know
Yeah,
about. I want to
exactly.
hear what he's got to say.
So maybe he's not exactly saying the same thing that all the other books are saying.
Or even better, Mary.
Oh,
Mary,
yes.
the
Yes.
Virgin Mary. She had her own book. She had it transcribed.
Yep.
Mary Magdalene had one.
Mhm.
Judas had one.
They all and it's we don't have access to them.
Mm-mm. And not to mention more. There were like they were saying. I think I just saw it today. It's funny we're talking about this now. I just saw a TikTok before the show. The Book of Isaiah, just the Book of Isaiah, on the Dead Sea Scrolls that they're calling it.
Mm-hmm.
That was over 20 feet long. That scroll itself was over 20 feet long.
Yeah.
Pretty sure if we would write it down or even translate it back, it wouldn't be 20 feet long.
Mm-mm.
Just saying. Just saying. Not to mention that the Dead Sea Scrolls were written in a language that nobody speaks anymore.
Right. Exactly.
So just food for thought. But your show is called Glenda's Dragons Den. Love the name, by the way.
Thank you.
You spoke about dragons and stuff like that, so I'm assuming the cryptid side of it you like as well.
Yes. Yes.
So you first of all you need to speak with the Wicca Queen with her show right here, Creepy Cult. She loves cryptid. Loves cryptid.
Okay.
So I'm assuming dragons are your favorite.
Dragons are my favorite. Yes. They're
Okay,
one of my guides. And
So
I do a lot with dragons.
so let me ask this then.
Go ahead.
Just because I have to. This is another one of those back and forth
Right.
debates that I just love.
Mhm.
Dragons, as far as we know,
Mhm.
as we think,
Mhm.
are they real? As far as physical,
Mhm.
not the metaphysical side, are they real? And why can't we find them?
Yes, they're real. The reason we cannot find them is because people used to kill them. So they had to learn how to hide in a different, for intents purposes, dimension. So when you're open to them, you'll be able to see them.
Makes
When
sense.
so, and when they know that you're safe, you're not going to hunt them and kill them, and um, they're not the killers that they're shown
out.
to be. Yes, they will protect and they will defend, but they're not the aggressive type to go out there and just
Not like Smaug.
no.
It's kind of weird, humans killing things that we don't understand. Weird.
Oh, can't imagine that. How many species haven't been gone and disappeared because humans just keep going and going and going.
It looks pretty. I'm going to kill it.
Yeah.
That looks different. I'm going to kill that too.
Yeah.
But anyway,
and then hang it.
So
Yeah.
Then what do you think of these this video footage? There's a lot of video footages out of these dragons being seen. A lot, oddly enough, from China or over in the Asias. What are your thoughts on these videos that are coming out?
Well, okay, some I will agree. They're a little like I'm looking at them. I'm like a good editor could probably edit this in, but Um, First, China and Japan are very big into dragons because they consider them sacred.
Yep.
So if they're sacred to you, there's more of a propensity to see them,
Okay.
okay, and to work with them and all that. Kind of like when people like fairies and they work with fairies, they
Mhm.
have fairy gardens, so they see them or they hear them click, 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 or whatever. Um, so it's the same thing. If it's sacred to you and you were brought into that society that's a sacred being, a divine being, really,
Mm.
then you're going to be able to see them and work with them more.
That's
Um,
awesome. Makes
not,
sense.
I honestly can't say every single video that I see out there is legit, okay? Because I'm looking for the shadows. I'm looking for
Mhm.
all the details, and I'm like, something's not right. Like I don't see the yin and the yang in it. It's
There
sort
you
of
go. Yep. I'm the
okay,
same way. Like I know this is a big debate in the
right?
paranormal. Orbs.
Oh yes,
99% of the time, I will tell you it's dust or a bug or
yeah,
something else or
yeah,
water.
exactly.
For me to call it an orb, it's got to have all the class, all the little keynotes of it,
Hmm.
and something to go along with it,
Right,
like an EVP of like footsteps. If it's coming up the hallway at a camera, like
right.
coming this way, it better have freaking footsteps with it. You know what I mean? Or they're a partial body or something with it.
Right,
But
right.
you know, that's like saying ball lightning is a spirit. That's what ball lightning freaking is. It's a big ass orb. But it's just smaller, you know. But anyway, but we do sadly have to get going. I gotta go pick up the Wicked Queen. And
Yes.
I gotta get ready for but
The game.
I gotta get ready for
Your
church.
church.
But Glenda, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and
Thank you.
definitely have to have you back for the part two because again, I feel like we could sit here for hours.
Yes. And for Ward, if he wants to contact me directly, he could just find me anywhere, Facebook,
Yes,
whatever.
yes,
And the two questions that he had, we could discuss. So,
and and
and
actually,
I teach mediumship development every Thursday night, and
which
we.
actually I also the reason why I wanted to wait on this one
Mhm.
is because last time we spoke, you said something to me.
Oh, I did. Oh boy.
Uh-huh. I've been trying to get this figured out.
Hmm.
You told me that I'm suppressing something. There's something I'm suppressing for, I guess, my mediumship or my sensitivity or something. I've been trying to figure it out, and it's pissing me off because I don't know why I'm suppressing it. So I think I need to go to deep, deep meditation or just come see you.
There
Now
you
you're far away.
go.
And it's funny. Raven was in the room recently, and we were talking about different things. And he said he could help open me up
Uh-huh.
to my gifts. And I said, "What are you gonna do? Fucking hit me?" I say that's what I see Raymond doing. I just walk up to him, give him a hug, say, "Hey, nice meeting you." He just
Bam.
slaps me, and all of a sudden, I look around. There's dead people everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? Hit me again. Turn it off. I don't like it. I just see that it's just the old Billy Graham. The old like, you may now see spirits. Whack. No, something. No.
De, no,
Anyway,
de novo you. Back of the head.
just gib slap everybody.
Yeah.
Tell me when you start seeing spirits. Smack.
Right.
But anyway, anyway, Glenda, again, thank you so much for joining me. I've
Thank
had
you.
a freaking
Yeah.
blast. But before we go, again, please tell everybody where can they find you and your awesome show.
Well, my awesome show is on YouTube at Glenda's Magical Creations. It's also on Roku TV and a whole bunch of different places. It goes live at Parapost. It goes live almost everywhere on Facebook, everywhere. So, and you could even view can't find it by some chance, you could just go to my website, glendasmagicalcreations.com, contact me, and I'll send you the link.
Awesome. Awesome. Again, thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun. This is probably one of the funnest shows I've had in a long time. Nothing against anybody else, but I had a blast with this one.
Thank you. Thank you. Same.
And folks, again, just as a reminder, 2 things before we go. If you are an artist and you want to get your artwork out there, I am accepting any type of artwork designs. Doesn't matter what it is, paranormal or not. You want to showcase yourself, put it on merchandise, whatever you like, send it to me. I'll be more than happy to put it on my merchandise website, make it into merch for you. You can promote yourself out. I'll put it in, if you have a link or whatever, I'll put it in the description. Start selling merch for yourself. Go for it. And I'll even give you the proceeds. But only after October 1st, because any proceeds that I get from paraconsultantstore.com until October 1st are going to the Jessica Marie Petrie Foundation. All of it. All of it is going to the Jessica Marie Petrie Foundation, folks. I can't be there for Beer Fest, so this is my way to contribute. So please, guys, help us out. Let's get this going. Get yourself some new merch. Today, I just dropped some. I got a guy. His name's Caden. Probably saw him on my last show. He's got merch out now. I put his artwork on, and there's more coming. So if you guys are interested, send it to me. We'll get you going on it. Send me all the information. We'll have some fun. So other than that, guys, that's it for me. We'll catch you next week, because who the hell knows what I'll be talking about? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, for those of you who are going to be watching the Penn State game, we are. And I guess there's only one more thing left for me to say. Y'all have yourselves a great rest of your night. Have fun. Stay safe, guys. Seriously, stay safe. And as always, folks, you know the rest. Happy awnings.